in what I call a throttle machine. I don't know where to put my hand on this. Okay, so the throttle machine, THROTTLEMACHINE, in my body machina, BODYMACHINA. This is the exact situation we told them that they were not allowed to deliver me to in Van Hella, in Howard and the Duck, HOWARDDUCK. The world is my oyster. WORLDISMINEOYSTER. There is a very large pearl, PEARL, and PERL, that if the children of the world discover, it will throw the world into peril. PERIL. I am Goddess Nyx. GODDESSNYX. The Greek. Apparently, I just got finished, before I got in the throttle, I finished a conversation with the local Rocco, ROCCO. He is a gentleman that is local, caramel color. He said that people would call him black in Indiana, INIDINA, that they mostly look like me. I said, I don't know, I've never been. I said, I would call you more of a caramel color than a Sudanese blackish color. And he said, what, you know, and I said, yeah, no, I like to be, you're like a chewy caramel color. So he is almost homeless, jobless as well as myself. So we were having a conversation. He has some Starbucks points, STARBUCKSPOINTS. So he doesn't have money, neither do I. But he offered me a free coffee using his points, FREECOFFEE with POINTS, which I was hesitant because I felt bad. I said, I know I have no money. I said, you have no money. I said, but I hate to take things from people who don't have anything. I said, and he said, no, he says, but I really, please. And I said, okay. I said, thank you. I really, like, again, in Espanol, be muchas gracias, but he doesn't speak Spanish. He speaks English only. We spoke about where would I win whatever tomorrow, where am I moving? I said, the hell out of America. He said, okay, but if you had to live somewhere in America, I said, I don't know. I said, maybe Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, somewhere over there. Now, the world is my oyster. I told him about the preconception. I said, we talked about New York. I said, listen to me. I said, here's the thing. I said, without saying too much, I said, if there's a way that you, before your body is delivered and you're born, when the world is being built and permits and things given out, you're able to see things from a distance and you can say, oh my gosh, that's not going to work, that's not going to, these things don't make sense, they don't, not that they don't make money, they do, but it is horribly designed. In a long term, which is what you need. You can't just build neighborhoods and communities and systems for living, breathing beings just for a short-term gain. You have to think and build things in a long-term civilization where it's going to be a renewable resource that they pass along, not that you're going to build it with one sprig, S-P-R-I-G, of money, and then it's going to be drained. So this way it lowers the value and harms the people, so that way somebody else can come in and put money into it and gain some whatever. That is not the way that human society, it's not the way that geonatology works. And that's G-E-O-N-A-T-O-L-O-G-Y. For light read, that's what we design, is large socio-economical programs. I also told him, I said, listen, here's the thing, Manhattan doesn't work. He's like, yeah, I know. He says, I don't get it. He says, everybody that I speak to, they love New York, they love the Knicks, they love this, they love that. I said, honestly, if we go back to, I was watching the world from a distance as it was being designed and built, it's almost as if in innate response, I-N-N-A-T-E, and this word everybody hears but doesn't know what it means, preconceived notions, P-R-E-C-O-N-C-I-E-V-E-D. There's a way that they build things before the people arrive, and then they just attach that notion to the people, like almost like dumb robots, like, I love New York, I love New York, I love New York. They say these things, and then you question them, and they're like, yeah, well, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Then why do you love New York, stupid? Well, I don't know. It's just, I guess I don't love New York. Oh my God, it's a fucking amazing when they're like, they come to like conclusions on their own. So I said to him, I said, in Manhattan, I said, there is the island of Manhattan. Originally, it was it's an island to itself, not attached to anything. You have to get there by bridge, by some form of a bridge or subway system from multiple angles. So it's a relatively safe, S-A-F-E, like almost like a Fort Knox, F-O-R-T-K-N-O-X, for like a Heliopolis, H-E-L-I-O-P-O-L-I-S. So if you were going to have a multiple cultural, say, society, because let's do this way, we'll speak on the Hebrew and Yiddish and Jewish. One of them loves the polka, P-O-L-K-A, with the Constantine, like, accordion, yeah? Then the other Jews hate the sound of the accordion. They're like, vin, 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 vin. But they like the fiddle, F-I-D-D-L-E, which is the violin, V-I-O-L-I-N. And so we put like maybe this patch over here for the Constantine opals of opal skin, perfect white. Yes, great. God's chosen people, sure, for goddess next. The pearl. And then over here we'll put more like white pearl people. All these Jews don't have a facial disfigurement in the eye. They just don't. I think the Constantinople people, they know about the evil eye. Yeah, the evil eye, right. They just might have lost their way on what that actually means. I'm not quite sure. So when the subway goes in and out, there's no cars, because at the point of where we're building Fort Knox on Manhattan, there is no throttle, T-H-R-O-T-T-L-E. The horsepower is a buggy, or a B-U-G-Y, or a wagon, W-A-G-O-N, and even that is limited at a snail's pace for a reason, S-N-A-I-L-P-A-C-E, to protect the people and the neighborhoods. So you have residential living situation in the borough around the Fort Knox, Manhattan. Or does this sound familiar? All area stupid fucking useless human that fucked up the past and continues. So had that plan gone, you're not allowed to live as a resident in Manhattan. It's a niet spasiba. It's not allowed. 9. Strict 9. So there's no residents allowed in Manhattan. So how did I get into a throttle machine, THROTTLEMACHINE, in my body machina, when I was sitting with Howard the Duck at the preconceived notion board, and I was pulling all of the problem children to the side saying, I don't need multiple families getting in the sandbox with one another. SANDBOX. Da? Great. So now I am here in the year 2020, from whatever years those were that I was watching over and advising at my level of genetic. And so nothing in Bayside, BAYSIDE, makes sense. It is still the shit-ass individuals that stole from the sandbox that now built glass monuments to themselves to make themselves new money, like almost a king, but not anything that then it's hard because then they make friends with criminals and then they stand for the criminals rather than the guardianship and the watchers and the immortals. So here we are in Manhattan. Is not built properly. They have residents in Manhattan that they were like, oh, we'll just build up to the sky. Really? Because that's what tears the sky. TEARSSKY. So now the sky is broken. SKYBROKEN. Bush, President Bush, the second one, not the first one, BUSH, knew enough, because his father was a shithead, and got rid of the ADA, which is the American Disability Act, which was the only protection that U.S. America had, being like an Indianapolis beautiful and not the shitbags from criminal nations elsewhere. When they got rid of the ADA, it let the shitbag Koreans and Chinese and anything associated with that criminal organization. What happens is their facial disformity to an Indianapolis-like person and myself, they look like a Down syndrome, trisomy, broken chromosome, because they are. They're not gods. They're not godly, and they're not gods. Period. End of story. I'm a goddess. I say so. I said it. I meant it. I still mean it. We wrote that they were disfigured and disformed and not mentally capable of being in business or partnership with the gods and the gods' children because they have their own problems and obsessions and would cause world chaos. In 1988, stupid fucking George Bush takes away the one protection for everything non-facially disfigured American, peels that Band-Aid off, and opens the world trading to one fucking nation, which is a bigger fucking problem, because now I've got 7 Sudanese blacks and 1 handicapped white woman on a moped, M-O-P-E-D, fat as anything, going from oh, this is what the defense and intelligence industry looks like. 7 Sudanese and 1? How did that happen? Oh, right, because they ripped the only fucking protection for the white people and the gods off the books and then opened the world to massive hemorrhaging and chaos. Oh, yeah, the Americans are really fucking smart.